The next thing we are going to work on, we'll work on in a couple stages, is back, or rather heel with the dog backing into position. So the dog will be out in front of you, and then they back into heel position. This is another exercise to work on the dog's rear end awareness and teaching them to get into heel position regardless of where they are in relation to you. So when we introduce heel, the dog is behind us, and then they move in a straight shot into heel position. So now they are moving backwards into heel position. To warm up, what you'll work on first is just the dog backing up. And so you can use the wall, a chair, a bench, whatever you're closest to. If your dog hasn't worked on back up in a while, then you could work on both directions with them. So start with them in front of you. You can set up a chute if you've got another chair near you. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can also have some treats in front of you, right at the dog's nose, and just kind of steer them backwards. Yes, good dog. So as my dog backs up, I say yes, and I give him treats when his back feet are moving. So you can warm up practicing back like this. Back. Yes, good boy, good dog. And then practice it with the dog in heel position, but you are moving with them to start out, just as a warm up. Now, if you are backing up with the dog, you can do this two ways. One, you can have your hand sort of in front of their face, go under their chin rather than over their head. So everybody is kind of tempted to do one of these, but then the dog wants to either jump up to get the treat or they want to sit if you go over their head. So if you go under their chin, yes. They're following, they're trying to tuck their chin, they're following your hand to get the treat, and they're backing up with you. And then my dog is less likely to want to sit.
Can I have you do that again? There you go.
Yes, good boy. So you can do that. You can also turn their collar so that the leash is right behind their head. And then use leash pressure to back up with them. Back. And we don't do this, so he's like, I don't know what you're doing. Yes, good boy. We don't usually use that way, so he was a little confused. So you would say yes when the dog is moving. Back. Back. Yes. And then give them the treat. So you can do either of those ways. Hand in front of the face and help guide them backwards, or leash clipped right behind their head, and then use pressure with the leash to guide them backwards. So right now we're just warming up with back, getting the dog used to moving their back feet, and then we will talk about working this into heel. Any questions? Okay, let's work on that for a couple minutes before we move on.